by the quarterback in a long time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fred's Pro Football Picks. And now, for the host of our show, Fred Coscia. Freddie, throw the ball.
Hot 95! Wow!
It's elimination time, Freddie.
The Vikings.
Elimination times.
We had all the dogs last week, but we had a storm.
Yeah.
The storm got us out of the sequence we were in.
Maybe we should buy a snowmobile.
16 shows in a row, and the storm hit us.
I'm sick about it.
I never heard of a storm like that.
It was nor'easter.
No, it was a.
There was a nor'easter.
It was called the bomb storm. The bomb storm, everybody. And then tonight, anybody that was tuning into the show in the beginning, they had a power outage. So we had a lot of trouble in the studio, but we're here and ready to go. And this week I caught 3 touchdown passes at Miller Field. With the bottom feeder league, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
You won, though, right?
We won.
Okay.
We won. Of course we won. Listen. You got to.
Yes.
The whole key to things is to win. And we got the playoffs, everybody. The playoffs. This is when every team that's good, the last 8 teams that are good, you're going to see it this week. You're going to see the class come out this week.
Well, it's the best
and
of the best.
Guess who's in it? Guess who's in it? Your friend Brady
man.
and the scary lady.
Boy, talk
take
about
it
a
away. Oh, there she is. Wow. Remember last year with
That's what I think they're trying to do. They're making it
last year at halftime. If you were watching the Super Bowl, John, at halftime, you say to yourself, they have no chance to come back.
Well,
it's impossible.
Thank God for the zebra shirts.
But good thing. Me and Walter, when Walter Matthau, he bets 100. He bets 100,000 a game when he was
alive
and kicking
on football.
Well, that's what somebody in the studio was telling me.
Okay.
Yeah, but 100,000 a game. So could you imagine how many ulcers you got from that? You got to lay 13.5 this week with Pat Brady. I'd
rather go with the under.
What do you think?
You're safer with that.
What do you think?
Well, you got
Brady's
this game.
Yeah, right, the Falcons. All right, the first game on the board, though, is the Falcons. And this game goes out to AJC Advisors.
Yes.
Diddly D, Bagel and Deli. Oriental Plaza. High Tobacco. I was there today, High Tobacco.
Play your number?
Yeah, I did. I won $15 and gave back 20. Oh.
The flag
One thing about betting, you could win, but there's always a time when you're going to lose. Remember that. You got to. What's the most you ever won on a bet? Yeah.
If we're talking about numbers,
This is Mr. Case. He went. What was your record this year?
17-11.
17-11. Wow.
17-11.
Got people call. Oh.
But
Yeah. 17-11. So what's it? Yeah. Call on the TV phone there. Falcons -3.
pretty easy game, I think.
41. Now the Falcons, all of a sudden their defense is looking.
They always had it.
No, but
They
their
always had it.
defense is unbelievable.
Yeah, they always had it. I mean, even last year they had it. But no
thing-
quarterback with the Eagles. How do you figure out this game?
Yeah, well, I think the Eagles have more weapons on offense.
You have no Wentz, though. There's no Wentz in this game.
Yeah, Gone and Wentz, just like I said. Gone and Wentz,
No
everybody.
Wentz.
Gone and Wentz.
What's the matter? You know?
Well, we're going to go to this first game, and then we're going to show a roll. And we were at the Jet Stadium with the cheerleaders and stuff.
I like the Falcons, though.
We're going to show a little clip of it, like 10, 20 seconds of it. Brian, we got about 20 seconds. Not yet. We're gonna show that in a minute. Yeah, we were at Jet Stadium, and that was when Tebow was still with the Jets. So that was a while ago.
You know,
but
even though
we did a halftime show.
Anderson did very well finishing up the season, by the way, on the Jets. He did, I think so. He still played the game.
Well, Fred's Pro Football Picks did a halftime show at Jet Stadium. But in this first game, all right, let's go to the first game. Right now, I'm leaning I'm leaning a little bit towards the Falcons.
Right, there's no Wentz.
There's no Wentz.
But it's still,
You got a lot of and you got the defensive guy. What's his name? Poole.
Yeah.
The defensive guy on the Falcons. There's a lot of. I mean, it's amazing how many defensive guys they got to stop the Eagles. I mean, you got a quarterback that hasn't played all year.
Right.
What did he play? One game he played, right?
I don't think more than one or two.
41 is the under and over. Who do you like there? I don't know. I can't see this game.
If Wentz was in this, I might say the Eagles.
I got to say this game's got to go over. No, it's got to go over. The Falcons alone is going to score 40 points.
Over with Falcons. That's what
unless the Eagles somehow could score more than 40 points. I'd say the Eagles have a shot in this game. Other than that, I got to take the Falcons. What do you think? What do you say?
That's what I say too.
The Falcons,
no
right?
Quarterback on
the Falcons.
Eagles.
They're giving this game here Eagles 20, Falcons 17. Where did they get that from?
Quarterback is everything in the game, and you're going into the playoffs. And
the thing is, who is better than Julio Jones all around as a receiver? He could come, and he's making plays coming around the end to throw off the the defenses.
Right.
He's actually staying in the backfield now and playing as a running back. I mean, that's how talented this guy is, Julio.
A lot of speed.
I used to hear about him all the time. Like I said, well, I watch him here and there. Now that I really key on him, I mean, the guy is phenomenal.
Yeah,
he's a phenomenal
He's got a lot
player.
of speed. He does. He
phenomenal.
You
got a threat like that on a team. That's what made them go to the Super Bowl last year. And now the defense is getting better. Julio Jones and the rest of the crew, I think got to take the Falcons first game. And you have a cup of tea with lemon. Have a cup of tea with lemon. Say, okay, I got the first. Let's go to the jet rolling, and we'll be back in a minute. Beautiful day, every day. Take me back, where I see your beautiful face. Yeah, so we were at Jet Stadium, and we were doing it like a little show at the stadium.
Was that the same day you met the fireman?
Fireman Ed, yeah, we met Fireman Ed there. Yeah, Fireman Ed, what he said about Tebow. He says Tebow could never take the place of Sanchez. Meanwhile, Tebow probably would have been a star, but Jets always screw up. They always screw up.
Sanchez with that bump into his own player,
yeah,
please?
Sanchez. Now he's a second string.
Yeah.
Sanchez, everybody. All right, so we got the Falcons and over, everybody, in our first game. So put that in the books. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Unless you think that I'm wrong, give us a call and tell us why. If not, call Vito up and
it's quite obvious. There's no quarterback.
Call Vito up and say Fred's
really to think about.
Pick says to go with Atlanta and let it ride. You know, Walter Matthau, if he was watching the show right now, if he was alive, he'd say, okay, I'm going to take a shot and put $100,000 on Atlanta. Remember one time, a kid actually in the playoffs. It was Chicago. I picked Chicago. I was hot up to the playoffs. I was hot as a pistol. He goes, Fred, you gave me so many winners. I was up about 14,000, blah, 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 this and that. He says, but I let it all ride on Chicago. But I always say, I'm not right all the time.
What would you say if
you get hot and cold with everything? I mean, when I'm watching, the Falcons' defense is, but they got to still play better than they played last week.
What would your reaction be if the Falcons won by 3?
But I got to tell you something, though. You're gonna.
How would you react to that?
Well, they win by 3, then Vegas had. Listen, they go by a computer on mistakes and everything.
No, I know.
And they wrap it up. That's how they come up with it.
It could happen lately the way these games are going.
Eagles, though, let me tell you something. The Eagles did beat the last 2 times Falcons were in the playoffs with the Eagles won. But they're different teams now. That was 2003 or whatever.
The quarterback.
That was 2003, 2005. The Eagles actually beat the Falcons in the playoffs.
It's not going to be an easy game, but they'll win.
So if you want to go by that kind of thing, I mean, Brian likes to go by that, but he gets spooked. He's going to get spooked. All right. So now we got that guy. We're going to go with that. We're going to take that. Oh, you got a caller? All right, you're going to take that.
Oh, Nevin.
Nevin from Florida.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Nev?
What's up, Nev?
Good. Everybody's psyched.
Yeah, what's going down in the Jaguars? The Jaguars, what do you think? I mean, do they feel like they're gonna win this week? I mean,
yeah, everybody's psyched.
Yeah, I mean, people are wondering how is the team down there? I mean, how do they look?
They look good. Everybody's worried about Bortles.
Well, Bortles, let me tell you.
The defense looks good.
Bortles is a great looking quarterback. He's got height. He's got a lot of strength. I think last week he ran a lot, right? He ran a lot.
Yeah, he looked like
he's got a bad leg? Oh, it's good. Oh, leg day. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, so what were you saying, Nev?
I love the Jaguars this week.
I love you. Yeah, you. So 7.5 it is, right?
Yeah.
No, actually it's 7.
7.
7 and 41 and a half.
Yeah, I'll take the 7.
You'll take the 7, right? I mean,
right, because they beat them the last time 30-9.
Right. That was what game was that? That was like at the end of the year, right?
No, I think at the beginning of the year.
The first game, and somebody got hurt on Pittsburgh. At the end of the year,
a couple of guys that are questionable.
Yeah, I mean they're hurt a little bit. I mean, wow, Frankenstein. I call him Frankenstein. You ever see Roethlisberger when he goes back to pass? He goes back to pass like this, and he gets hit from both angles, and he's just standing there, and he still gets the ball off.
Takes 2 people to tackle him.
Yeah,
2.
He talk about a strong quarterback.
Exactly.
I mean, it's amazing. But
it's like wrestling.
Remember the year that you were on the show at the time, Nev, when I went all the way with Pittsburgh, and I said Roethlisberger was going to get Rookie of the Year, right?
Right. I remember that.
Remember?
Well, they do.
Now he's almost at the end of his career.
I know. I hope they.
That's what I'm saying. He's due.
He won 2 Super Bowls, right? He won two Super Bowls. Am I correct, Brian? Yeah.
I hope they end his career Sunday.
He ain't him that bad, huh?
Well, he's been playing good, man.
Maybe Nevin's got a lot of money.
No. Roethlisberger's been playing good ball.
Maybe he's got some money on the game. That's,
You
burn your money.
No, well,
your money.
Who are you gonna make a plaque of if the Jaguars win?
There you go.
I don't know, but I love the Eagles and I love the Titans.
Could you get that sound of the
Vikings?
Yeah, what's that?
I love the Vikings. I love the Titans.
Well,
and I love the Eagles.
Mr. Case has the Vikings shirt on. He was ready this week.
Good.
Yeah.
So you like the Vikings?
You like them, huh, Mr. Case?
Yeah. So
I do. He
likes the Vikings. So anyway, all right. So
we're not going to burn our money, are we?
No.
The next game is the Patriots.
Oh.
The scary lady is out. 13 and a half, though. The Titans, wow, there's the scale. The Titans are getting 13 and a half. They came from behind last week. I mean, last week they looked like they were dead against Kansas City.
Hey,
Right.
did you see that pass? He threw it to himself and scored a touchdown.
Right, that was yeah, I know that was like one. I don't think that ever happened in the playoffs.
This is going to be a case where they're still going to win and they're going to cover. I think that's the case.
Yeah, 13 and a half. But it's hard to go against the Patriots.
I don't pick them
Well,
at
if he
all.
throws a couple of self-passes, maybe.
13 and a half. That's
Years ago,
less than 2 touchdowns.
Years ago, it used to be Dallas that was the corrupted team. Now it's the Patriots, the new era.
Well, they're not corrupt. They just that they get lucky.
Why is the guy from Kraft always sitting in the booth upstairs with the owner? Why? You tell me.
Well, they got a little more power. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
You're
That's
right.
us.
You're right.
They got a little more power in the when they do the replays.
It's all about the fantasy
I never
football league,
seen
that's why.
so many bad calls this year. Where they
Right.
they go to the replay booth and they still screw up.
What about when they took the Jets' touchdown away? It hit
Oh,
the
that was
pylon.
unbelievable.
No touchdown. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, it hit the pylon. Yeah,
That's
I know.
great.
As far as I know, you hit the pylon, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, but then they
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh right, the pylon. Right. Yeah.
It's a touchdown. There's no questions
How about
after
the
that.
Pittsburgh touchdown?
That too. The corrupted in the end zone. That one.
You can't get liberal in these games.
Liberal. I'm
You know,
furious.
you got to be like Trump. You got to have, you know what, Brian?
Burn your money.
Trump.
Burn your money.
Finally, someone with
Ball.
balls.
Balls. Balls.
Trump, everybody. Trump.
You ain't trapping
Thank
me.
you, God. They finally gave us a president that's got.
Well, I hope they
Anyway.
the Titans end Brady's career Sunday.
Yeah, right. I know. Well, hopefully,
Although Mariota doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, so that can.
I don't know. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna say the Patriots cover.
Wow, you usually don't go that way.
I know, but I usually don't go up against a team that's this spooky. I'm taking the Scary Lady and the Falcons in the first 2 games.
Scary Lady Pat Brady.
Yeah, and yeah, wow. Enough with the Scary Lady.
I'm going to take the
You're gonna
Titans
scare-
in the under.
You're gonna scare my fans away.
Titans and unders, but
Titans and
they won't
under.
cover. I agree, they're going to
I'm
win,
gonna burn
not
my
cover.
money.
Nah, there's no. If I pick the Patriots and they don't cover, I lose. No matter how they win, they
Burn
gotta
your
cover.
money.
If they don't cover,
Money.
what's that?
Burn your money.
Guess who's next? All right, Nev. Good luck with the Jaguars.
The Jays.
E-T-S.
Wow, did the Jets go? Jets were on a roller coaster downward at the end of that year. This year. Well, that year was last year.
Yeah.
Not only a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, how you doing out there, everybody? I hope you're happy. The stock market is doing very good. You're going to get a nice little check, so don't worry. Any of you no Trumpers out there, don't worry. Everything's good. Everything's good. Should be happy. All right, now we got the Jaguars versus Uncle Festa. There he is, Uncle Festa. Wow, Uncle Festa. Look at the eyes on Uncle Festa. It's amazing. Remember Uncle Festa with the light bulb?
Yes.
The Addams family?
Yep.
Well, the Steelers are that team.
Didn't he used to put his head in a vice, too?
We know somebody that reminds us of that, and he loves the Steelers. Loves the Steelers.
Two defensive
Yeah, but
teams.
the Jaguars, I think is. See, this is the game right here that's going to determine the fate of the Super Bowl. I think. Be warned.
I'm going to challenge you.
You're going to challenge me on this
Yes,
game?
I'm going to challenge you.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I'm going to challenge.
What?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, boy.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy
I'm
New
going
Year.
to challenge on the Steelers-Jaguars game because
Brian
remember,
Paola, my director.
remember, The Steelers was
Best
told
director
by
in
their
town.
coach, Mike Tomlin, to stand in the locker room while Alejandro Villanueva was
That's
the
what I'm
only player, offensive player, to stand up for the
stand up,
national
right,
anthem.
the national anthem.
We stand up for our flag, the United States of America.
America is the greatest country in the world.
God bless our country.
The greatest country in the world. And if anybody doesn't not salute for the flag for the Super Bowl, they should just take them and fling them out of the stadium. Anyway, we're going to get back to this. We all know anybody that's normal feels the same way we do. So we could say that.
It's a
right?
very simple rule. You don't like it, you leave.
You leave.
Right, yeah.
Leave. If you don't like America, just leave. Get out.
Don't complain, leave.
Get out.
That's all.
Now, Oprah wants to be president. Oprah.
And she has her own line of food, too. Mashed potatoes and
She
everything.
fathered with Weinstein for the last 20 years. Now she wants the
Because
women
she's
march.
bored.
No, she's not bored.
She's bored. She don't know what to do with herself.
She's a brown noser.
Well, that too, maybe, but...
Steelers 13-3 versus 11-6 plus 7. I'll tell you, I like Bortles as a quarterback. I think he's going to take the step. I'm taking the Jaguars, everybody. Uncle Fester's going to like that. Put Uncle Fester up. He's going to like the fact that I picked the Jaguars, but I'm going to go out on a limb here.
It could very well happen. These are two defensive teams.
41.5. It better happen.
Yeah.
On Fred's Pro Football Picks, we got Falcons.
It could happen.
The Patriots covering. And then we got the Jaguars. Let it ride.
I don't have enough thought on
41.5, though. If the Steelers could go dead in this game.
That's what I'm saying. They're two defensive teams, so...
If the defense is as good as they look for the Jaguars, Steelers
It's got
could
to
be in
cold
trouble.
down there, too.
I'm going to say Jaguars and under. How about that?
I agree with the under.
It's tough to play the unders, though, in the playoffs
Yeah.
because there's so much energy going from both sides.
It's another hard game to pick,
offense.
even though I've...
Anyway, we're going to take the Jaguars, everybody. But you listen, it's plus 7. You don't want to lay the wood. You get 13.5 with the Titans. And if you don't want to lay the wood, you take the Eagles. But we're taking the Falcons. We're going to lay the wood with the Falcons, lay the wood with the Patriots, and we're going to take the 7 with Jaguars. Hopefully we're on the right side of everything. Last week, if I was doing a show, I was going to take all the dogs because Vinny Mange, my cousin Vinny, cousin Vinny,
Right.
from cousin Vinny said take the dogs. Right? I agreed with him. I mean, one was 6.5. They won by 6. There was another. Rams were favored by 4. They lost outright. I mean, there was a lot of. I mean, a lot of people had a. I hope a lot of people took the dogs last week.
Tough game.
Who let the dogs out? So what else we got going, Brian? With that, I know, but I'm just saying. Yeah, we got the Saints versus the Vikings.
And I'm going to challenge
Wow. Who do you like in this game?
Vikings.
You like the Vikings?
Yes.
Why? Because he's wearing the shirt?
No, I'm going to tell you why I like the Vikings
All right,
here.
go ahead.
Telling you
How would you feel if a teacher asks a question about a superintendent's pay raise and yet the marshal grabs the teacher? That's assault right there. First of all,
What do you mean, for what?
it's the marshal grabbed the teacher. The teacher didn't have no offensive rating. She just instantly grabbed the.
Where was this from?
This is in Vermilion Parish, Louisiana, west of New Orleans. And the teacher got grabbed. So this would affect the Saints. Even though
the teacher got great. Yeah, but you know what? I was going to...
Okay.
I'm leaning towards the Vikings anyway, Brian.
and also the video itself went viral all over the world. Because and all defensive teacher, they had a rally today, by the way, in Magdalen, I believe in Magdalen, whatever it was, in Abbeville, Louisiana, though.
Yeah.
But like I said, though, first of all, here, if the teacher would have put assault on grab the marshal, that's assault on her end. She'd be held responsible. But nobody saw the altercation, though. An assault is an assault. You still get arrested. Though. Can the teacher sue? Yeah, I'm sure they will. Will she win? We cannot, judge that jurisdiction, though. Thank you.
Well, you're right. All right, so listen, Brian's got a point there. There's a lot of, but I mean, it really has nothing to do with the game, but listen, it might have something to do with the mental state of the game. That's what he's trying to say. Anyway, getting back to the Vikings, All right, now this is it. If you're down on your luck, we got to pick the winner here. All right, because we got the Falcons in the first game, Patriots in the second game, Jaguars in the third, and this is for everything. Say we win all of these 3 games, we're up 1,500. Now we're gonna parlay the whole thing.
Parlay, load
and
up.
we got to figure out who's going to win this game. We're parlaying the 1,500. Lock it down. The Saints secondary had numerous breakdowns against Carolina and will face better wideouts in Adam Thielen. He's great. Stephen Diggs, great. And you know what? They're just...
This is like the old-time Vikings.
These guys were in the playoffs, I think, once, and they got a little banged up.
Right.
So they got experience now getting back into the playoffs, and they're in their home field. So it does seem to go towards the Vikings here. But they're laying 4.5. That's the problem, the 4.5. Okay, if you're down on your luck, you know what? With the 4.5, if you're down on your luck, with 4.5, take the Saints. 4.5, though. They might not win. I think Minnesota might win. They're not going to cover the 4.5. I don't think they're going to cover the 4.5. So this is my picks, everybody. Fred's Pro Football picks: Falcons, Patriots, Jaguars, and when the Saints go marching in, wow, that's an 8 o'clock game, everybody.
Mine is Falcons, Titans, just the under, and I have no feel for this, and Vikings.
All right. You're going to lay the 4.5?
Yeah?
Nah.
Hey.
Anyway,
John, you know what I'm talking about, John.
All right, so Fred's Pro Football picks: Falcons, Patriots, Jaguars, and the Saints. All right, everybody. Oh, and the under and over is 46. Saints go over big. Take the over big in that game.
You don't think to be any
Huge.
defense?
Take the over huge.
Yeah? No defense? You don't?
Huge.
That's a hard
I say that New Orleans comes back at the end and keeps it close. All right, everybody. That's it. This goes out to the AJC advisors. Diddly D, Bagel and Deli, Oriental Plaza, High Tobacco, Winners, Crunch Gym. We got all kinds of sponsors because we're the #1 football show in New York. Fred's Pro Football
Without
picks.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
And this is the song I wrote for football, for the NFL, for the Pro Football League, and I hope you like it. Show the video, everybody. Show the video. Thank you. See you next week.
We'll see you.
Invoked by the quarterback in a long